The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning, everyone. This is Sean Crawford. I am one of the graphic designers here at IAMS, and I will be putting on this webinar today. It shouldn't take too much time, but I'm pretty excited about the topic, and I hope that you all get something from this and learn a little bit more about the branding experience that we offer here at IAMS. It's a pretty exciting topic, and we get lots of questions about the branding process, logo designs, websites, things like that. So that is exactly what I'll be covering today. And so hopefully I can answer the questions that you may have regarding this topic. A few things just to note here before we actually get started on the presentation. I want to point out that our website, iamsinc.com, is available for you 24/7. It's extremely easy to access. For our producers, there's things like sales tools on there. There's a bunch of forms, industry links, any type of like annuity news is on there too. So it's definitely a great resource for our agents and advisors here at IAMS. And another exciting piece of information here is our IAMS 2019 Marketing Summit that is going to be in Naples, Florida. It looks like an awesome trip. There's golf, spa, shopping. It's going to be great. And you have until June 30th to qualify for that. It's all expenses paid by IAMS, and we treat you and a guest to this trip. If you don't have anyone in mind, you can definitely bring me. I would love to lay on the beach with you, and we could even talk about marketing while we're there. So it's an exciting trip. It's coming up here pretty soon. Again, you have until June 30th to qualify. And if you look down at the bottom of this here where my mouse is, there is the eligibility down there, and then the combo of everything that you need to get qualified for that trip. And as always, we appreciate your business. And, for those who qualify, it's going to be great. So now to the main reason why we are all here this morning, the branding experience. So, like I said before, my name is Sean Crawford. I am one of the graphic designers here. That is me on the left there. And if you have any questions about what I'm going over today, feel free to email me. My email is sean@iamsinc.com, and I'll answer any questions for you. Along with me, there is another graphic designer. Her name is Erin Skoog, and her email is down there as well. Her and I do pretty much the same thing here. Like I said, we're both graphic designers. So we help with like the logo design process, any stationery, any turnkey marketing materials that we have available for you. Either Erin or I will be the one branding those for you. And then along with Erin and I, we have Jacob Tedlock, who is our digital communications director. He is responsible for a lot of things here, but if you ever work with Jacob, you will quickly find out that Jacob is the one that handles all of our website design. So if you are an agent or advisor here at IAMS and you are interested in getting a website created, you will most likely be working with Jacob on that process. He actually just created a new template for our agent websites, and it's amazing. It's definitely an upgrade from what we had before. Jacob has put a lot of time and effort into that, and I think that shows. So we'll cover more of that later on in this presentation, but if you ever have any questions or need something created, then definitely reach out to one of the three of us and we will get you connected with the person that can help you with that. So moving on, the first part of the branding experience at IAMS is the creation of a logo. Again, this will most likely be done by either Aaron or I. We will get together with you and discuss your logo process. Another thing to note too is that if you currently have a logo that you're using and have either, fallen out of love with it, or you want to make an update, maybe a font or color change, we can easily do that as well. Um, to get started on this, you will just contact, like I said, Aaron or I. We will send you a questionnaire that we have, and I'll go over that too later on in this presentation. Usually, as soon as you can turn in that questionnaire to us, we can pretty quickly get started on that logo design process for you. The complete process typically takes about 1 week after we get that form from you, and then we can go ahead and get started. Typically, we send 3 different versions of the logo to you, so it'll be something that we've created together, but they may have different fonts, different colors, or just completely 3 different designs altogether. From those, what we do is then we'll communicate with you and go through, what you like about certain ones, what you don't like about the others, and we can always mix and match different elements of the 3 and combine those into a logo that you love in the end. And a thing to note on this is never be afraid to give back any, criticism or any critique, because our job here is to create something that you absolutely love, something that will be timeless for you, and something that really represents your company and as well as your vision. We want you to be 100% happy with the logo and really anything that we create for you. So, no feedback is is great when that happens. If you see something and you absolutely love it, that's great, but never be afraid to point something out that you don't like, or ask for changes, or even just ask for something completely different that we may not have shown you in the beginning. um, and then once we do finally get on a finalized logo, we'll send you those files, so that you can have them, on file. We'll send you different formats so that, they're easy to use and easy to access for your company. And you can have those at free will and use them as you wish. And then on the right here, there's some logos that we've created in the past that I think visually work really well. And our clients of these logos were extremely happy with the outcome. And I think they look pretty great. Um, so moving on to the next slide, choosing a business name for your logo. If you saw on the last slide, there was a little bubble that said, be creative with your business name. This is pretty important because, a lot of people, and not saying this is a bad thing, but so for instance, my name is Sean Crawford. A lot of people go with, Crawford Retirement Strategies or Crawford Wealth Management. And that's great. If that works for you, that's great and that's fine. But we kind of urge you to be a little bit more unique and, maybe just to have fun with it a little bit. It can be anything you want. There's no standard that says you have to use a last name or a part of your name. I just recently did a logo for Peak Financial, and that was really great because, it was something out of the normal logo process that we use here, and it really opened up, um, a new level of creativity. So I just urge you to be a little creative with those, try something different. Like the slide says here, make it unique. Um, Definitely give it some time. There's really no deadline of when to get a logo done. Um, Avoid something that's hard to spell. If your last name is hard to spell or hard to pronounce, maybe look outside of that for a logo or a business name. Getting opinions from others is also another great idea for, the brainstorming process. You could even start a brainstorming session in your office. When I typed that in the slide here, I thought that was a really great idea because it also gets other people inside of your company involved. And you never know. There could be someone in the office that has a great idea that you would have never really known about unless you asked them. Um, a part of the logo design process is the creation of that name. So, don't be afraid to ask one of us here, even, Aaron, I, or Jacob, any ideas on the name of your business. We can kind of brainstorm together and come up with something that is unique and something that you'll love as well. Um, Typically, when I design a logo, like I said, we do about three per agent or advisor. So, one that I absolutely love design wise may not come through to the person that the client that I'm working with. So I could easily, kind of bookshelf that idea and use it for someone else, such as you, in the future. So definitely communicate with us, pick our brains a little bit. This is what we do for a living. So we may have a good idea from the past that we want to bring to you and, see if you like it as much as we do. Another good idea before you really start getting into the logo design and the business name is to check the availability. A lot of times, agents and advisors will, from the logo design process, will create a website. And if I'm doing Crawford Financial, it's probably a good idea, since that's a pretty common last name, to go ahead and just do a simple Google search and see, how many Crawford Financials are out there, and just something to keep in mind as I start to brand my business. And as I said before, the creative design questionnaire is something that we will send you if you want to get started on this, on the logo process. This is a fillable PDF, so all you do is actually just type in your information and then send it back to us. And this really helps, dissect what it is that you are looking for in a logo and even a brand name. We can pull different parts of this questionnaire and see, what exactly it is you're looking for. Um, One of the questions on here is, which of the words below better fits your brand? And there's words like, traditional, elegant, friendly, modern, and things like that can really help us as designers to sort of clarify the design, what it is you're looking for, and just makes it easier for us to give you what it is that you're looking for. All right, and then once your logo has been created, we can then easily create some business cards for you. Also, another very important step in branding your business. This again, we typically send about three different designs for you, and those will include the new logo. Again, if there's anything that you see that you want changed or edited, don't be afraid to send those back to us. We will go ahead and make those changes and make sure that you are 100% happy with the business cards as well. Once the business card has been created, we will go ahead and send you those final print files so that you can go ahead and order these business cards. I suggest going to one of the sites below. Vistaprint is probably the one that I use most often. They are extremely easy to use, very user friendly. Another plus of Vistaprint is that they frequently do special pricing and, flash sales and things like that. I checked today, and they currently have 100 business cards starting at $16. So that's pretty reasonable for business cards. There is also Overnight Prints and Moo.com, which we have used in the past. Those are also great sites to use. Like I said, I just use Vistaprint. It's just my personal favorite, but those other two sites are great as well. If you ever need assistance in ordering business cards, we are here to help you with that as well. All we ask is that you create an account with one of those or a site of your choice. If you create an account, then we can go ahead and upload the final design for you, turn it over to you, and then you can go ahead with the usual checkout process. And one very nice thing to note here is that, a part of IAMS is that we want to take care of you as our agents and our advisors. So with that being said, newly contracted agents with IAMS get a free logo and business card design. That's just, a super nice introductory package that we offer, just to help you get started and help you develop that branding and that presence. So you, again, will work with either Aaron or I to get started on that process free of charge. Just to note, that does not include printing fees, but again, with sites like Vistaprint, those should not really break your bank too much there. So along with the logo and business card design, we also can help you with any type of stationery that you may need. Typical letterhead, envelope, um, things of that nature. We can also kind of go outside the box, and if you would like to do, maybe create some mouse pads or pens or really anything that you would want branded for your company, maybe you want to do some little giveaways, we can help you do that as well. And all of that will be designed in-house here, and we can either help you order what you need or send you the final print materials that you would need in order to place that yourself. So along with that, like I mentioned earlier, we also offer some branded marketing materials. A lot of these are already created, and usually if there's a topic that you have in mind, let's just say like annuities, if you want something on that, we most likely have something already created here that we will then brand with your new logo and business contact as well, and then we'll send those files right over to you for you to print and use as you wish. If we don't have a piece that you would like to cover or a topic that you want to go over with your clients, then we can easily create that for you. This mailer piece on the right that we just recently did is for one of our wealth management advisors, and I think it turned out great as well. It was for one of his seminars, and we use this pretty frequently because we had a really good response in the attendance and just the design piece altogether. This was something that we created from scratch. He told us what it is that he was looking for. We went through a couple designs and had some edits, and this was the final piece. I believe this took about 4 days of back and forth until we reached this. So it was a really fast turnaround. He was extremely happy with the finished product, and it got a really great response, which is what we all are always looking for. On top of that, this was an invitation. We also do mailers, brochures. We can help you with presentations and much more. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that we offer anything that you would need designed, we offer it for you. So we're basically a full design company inside of IAMS. So between the three of us, we have probably created something similar to what you are looking for, if not here, then in the past. So we can promise you that you'll love what we send you, and that we can give you exactly what you're looking for. So, like I said with the beginning slides here, Jacob has recently come out with a new website design. It has been updated, and it It's just fully customizable, and it's a really great tool for our agents and advisors here. Having a website is huge. It not only gives you credibility, but there's also several things that we can do with a website that will really impress your clients. Um, outside of just having all of your information there to let everyone know, what it is you do, maybe a little bit more about you. We can also build in, website forms. So if there is someone out there that is requesting your service, they can, come to your website, fill out a form, and then um, you'll have all of their contact information, and you'll be able to contact them on exactly what it is they're looking for. Another great feature on this new website platform is that there are documents here that your clients can easily access. They're simple PDF downloads, so they can get on here, find it as what they're looking for, and then go ahead and print that document. So to get started on the website design, it is a $100 one-time licensing fee and then $50 a month thereafter. That is extremely reasonable for website design. And that $50 a month includes, your backups, your monthly maintenance, as well as your updates. So, as you go on, if you would like to include something on your website, if you would like to update something on your website, take something off, really anything, we will make that change for you, and that is included in that monthly price. There is no contract here, so if you decide, after a couple years or even months that, this isn't something that you want to continue, just let us know and we'll go ahead and take that site off for you, and we will no longer charge you for that. Um, to get started on these websites, what we need from you is here in red. So we need your login credentials and your purchase domain. Usually we get those from GoDaddy. We also need your business logo, which again, if you don't have one, then we can create that for you. If you do have one already that you love, then just go ahead and send us those files and we can get those updated on your new website for you. We also request a headshot or a personal photo. If you choose to include this on your website, that will go with your bio. And this bio, it doesn't have to be anything long. It can just be a couple paragraphs. And just so, let your clients know about you and your business, what it is that you specialize in, maybe some interest, just a nice little personal touch there. Again, if you choose not to send the photo of yourself, that's totally fine. You don't have to do that. But we do urge a short bio on there just to give your clients a little background on you and just a little personal note there. If you currently have a website with us, since we have rolled out this new platform, we can go ahead and update it and switch it over to the new sort of updated look here, and that will just be $50 for the theme license fee, and then you'll go to your monthly $50 after that. So we're pretty excited about this new website launch. It's been a while in the making, but we are extremely happy with it. The ones that we've already rolled out look fantastic, and our clients are really pleased with the new look and the new navigation of this. So we're pretty excited about this. This was a huge, huge thing for our team. So the new features of our website, this is a WordPress based website, which is great for us because it's extremely flexible and customizable. Another super important thing here is that the design is completely responsive. That means it looks great whether you're on a computer, on a phone, or on a tablet. It's going to look great. So, a lot of times, some websites, if you look at it on your phone, it doesn't exactly, shrink down to the right look. And you'll have to scroll left and things can just seem a little, out of whack on there. But with this new website, it's going to look great on a phone, a tablet, a computer, basically anything you're looking at it on. Um, Another thing that is new to this is that we now have a blog platform. That's great, for our advisors because they can stay up to date on, current events, anything basically that you would want your client to know. You can easily access it and put it in that blog. There's a free SSL certificate, which is great because that ensures secure browsing for you and your visitors. And there is also the Google Analytics integration, which is also another extremely great benefit to this website. So you might be asking, okay, well, I'm sure these services are not free, and they kind of are if you think about it. So our marketing dollars program is is with our agents and advisors. So for every $100 in business that you write through IAMS, you are automatically given $100 in marketing credit, which is super nice because you're thinking, oh, I'm writing business, I'm producing for the company. Well, we're rewarding you with that. So, like I said, for every 100,000, you'll be given $100 in marketing credit. We will note that on your account, and you can use that for any type of marketing that you wish through our um, through our company here and our team. If you do not have a marketing dollars balance, that is perfectly fine. We do have a pricing sheet that you can reference, and that will break down all of the services that we offer and the pricing for that as well, and then we'll just bill you for that. Something to note on here, monthly website fees, which again are the $50 a month and then the $100 startup, cannot be, um, will not be covered through your marketing dollars. And then printing fees will also not be deducted as well. So you will be responsible for the website fees and any printing fees that you might come across during your process. But everything else here, you can definitely use those marketing dollars to help cover the cost of that. So here is that pricing sheet that I referenced in the last slide. Um, there's a bunch of different things that we offer on here. For example, we can do some presentation folders. We can do trifold brochures. We've also done some newspaper advertisements there and there as well. Facebook advertising, I know people have really been super excited about social media advertising, and we are here to help you with that as well. So, whether you're doing Facebook or Instagram, we can even do LinkedIn for you. There's a price on there for that as well. Content for that can be kind of tricky sometimes, as for anything that we offer here. So typically, if you see on the right there, it'll say content provided, and then there's a price. And then if you need us to help create the content for you, then there's another price in there for that as well. Again, we can do a little brainstorming session, or you can send us over what it is that you're wanting to cover, and then we'll create that for you. We also have some packages on the bottom of the second page there. For example, our light introduction package that includes a logo and business card. We have a special event package that includes an invitation, an email, and a social media post. We have some holiday packages in there as well. So I urge you to kind of go over this and see if any of these would appeal to you. And keep in mind, if you have any marketing dollars in there, that can be applied to this cost as well. And because you joined this webinar, I will be sending you our creative questionnaire and the pricing sheet to help, jumpstart your creative needs here. If you are interested in having a logo created, simply fill out that creative questionnaire and then send it right back to me, Sean at iamsinc.com, and either Aaron or I will be reaching out to you to get started on that process. The logo design process is extremely exciting. Usually that's the first step in branding. So, from there, a lot of exciting things happen. So it's really great. I definitely urge you to get a logo if you do not have one. And then definitely from the logo process, move on to the website design. you will not regret it. It's going to be huge for you, and it's also going to, you know, make your clients feel really secure with their choice, and just gain you a lot of credibility. One thing I did want to note on here is, and this is for print documents. I typically send, like, let's say for instance, if I'm designing you a business card, I'll send you two different file formats. So one will be just, your standard business card, and then one will be with a bleed. So what does that mean? A lot of people ask me, why do I have two formats? What is a bleed? So a bleed is for printing, and a bleed is basically part of the design that bleeds off of the document. This has not, you don't need to worry about this. This is specifically for the printer. As it says here in printing, bleed is printing that goes beyond the edge of where the sheet will be trimmed. In other words, the bleed is the area to be trimmed off. So you can see in that little picture there, there's a document with the bleed and without the bleed. So without the bleed, there'll be most of the times like a little white border, but if you want something visually to run off the edge of the paper, then that is where the bleed comes through. Um, a lot of times we send, like I said, business cards, brochures a lot of the times too include a bleed with that because the images sort of fade off the edge there. So that is what that means. So if you ever receive a document with a bleed, just note that that is for the printer. And if you are printing this in the office, I would probably not do that because a lot of, standard machines cannot handle a bleed. So, and they'll have to be printed, through a print shop or, a local place that you would like to go to. That is also why we can always help you upload documents to something like Vistaprint, because they do ask for a bleed. So, if you ever have trouble with anything, uploading something, or even, simply sending files out to a printer, don't be afraid to ask us. We'll clarify that for you, and we can send them documents to as they need. So that was pretty short and sweet. I'm just going to wrap this up here. Again, whatever you need branding wise, creative wise, marketing wise, we can create that for you. If it's not something that is listed on our pricing sheet, or, something that may seem a little odd to you, then go ahead and send it to us. We can most likely create it. We just had one of our advisors the other day. She wanted to start promoting her business at her church, and she needed a slide for one of the projector TVs there. And, that's not something that we list that we offer, but we were able to get those dimensions and create something for her. And she absolutely loved it. And I'm sure it felt really rewarding to walk in there and see, her business and what she has to offer in her church on the screen. So, um, think outside the box. Let us know if you have an idea or a thought, or, if you would just like our feedback on something, then, we're here to help you. So again, my name is Sean Crawford. I'm one of the graphic designers here. I want to thank you for joining me on this webinar today. I really appreciate your attendance here. And I hope you take advantage of what we have to offer. If you would like to reach out to me for anything that I have discussed today, or if you have any questions, feel free to do so. My email is sean@iamsinc.com. Aaron's is also listed there, or if you would like to talk to Jacob about something, maybe getting started on your website, then feel free to email him as well. Again, I will be sending those of you that joined the logo questionnaire as well as our pricing sheet to sort of reference and to get started on that process. Thank you again for joining, and I hope you all have a great day.